Picture this. You walk into your living room, lights dimmed, remote in hand. One click and the entire space transforms. The screen lights up with deep contrast, intense colors, and a level of clarity that instantly pulls you in. That's the kind of experience this Samsung 55-inch OLED 4K S85F series is aiming to deliver, and honestly, it doesn't waste time making its point. The first thing you notice is how clean and minimal the design feels. It's thin, almost floating when mounted on a wall, with a contour-inspired frame that doesn't try too hard but still looks premium. It's the kind of display that blends into your space when it's off and dominates the room when it's on. Now the real story starts with the panel. OLED is already known for perfect blacks and incredible contrast, but here it's tuned in a way that feels more refined. Each pixel controls its own light, which means when something is black, it is truly black. No glow, no bleed, just pure depth. And that makes everything else on screen stand out even more. Bright scenes hit with serious intensity while still keeping detail intact. Shadows don't collapse into nothing. Highlights don't blow out. Everything feels balanced in a way that makes movies, shows, and even YouTube content look more intentional, more cinematic. Color performance is where things start to feel a bit more alive. Skin tones look natural instead of overly processed. Landscapes feel rich without being cartoonish. And thanks to Samsung's Color Booster Pro, the display pushes vibrancy in a controlled way so things look enhanced, but not fake. Under the hood, the NQ4 AI Gen2 processor is doing a lot of heavy lifting. This isn't just about raw power, it's about smart processing. Lower resolution content gets upgraded in real time, making older videos and streaming content look much closer to native 4K. It's the kind of upscaling that you don't always notice immediately, but you definitely feel when you go back to a non-upscaled screen. Motion handling is another strong point. Fast scenes stay clean. Sports look sharp even during rapid camera movement. And action sequences maintain clarity without turning into a blur of pixels. It keeps everything readable, which is exactly what you want from a modern OLED. Audio is where things get interesting. Object Tracking Sound Light tries to create a sense of directionality, so the sound follows what's happening on screen. When something moves across the frame, the audio shifts with it. It doesn't replace a full surround setup, but it does make the built-in experience feel more immersive than your typical flat TV speakers. Add Dolby Atmos support into the mix, and you get a wider, more spacious sound profile. It gives movies a sense of height and scale that makes everything feel a bit more theater-like, especially in a quiet room. The smart side of this TV is built around Samsung's Vision AI system. Instead of just being a static interface, it adapts. It learns what you watch, how you watch it, and starts adjusting recommendations and picture settings accordingly. Over time, it feels less like a menu and more like a curated feed built around your habits. Navigation is smooth and responsive. Apps open quickly, switching between services doesn't feel sluggish, and everything is laid out in a way that doesn't make you dig through menus just to get to your content. Whether you're jumping into streaming platforms, live content, or connected devices, it stays fluid. Voice control through Alexa adds another layer of convenience. You can search, control playback, adjust settings, or even interact with smart home devices without touching the remote. It's one of those features that becomes second nature after a while. Gaming is also clearly part of the design mindset here. The OLED panel's near-instant response time makes inputs feel immediate. Dark scenes in games look especially good thanks to the contrast advantage. Fast-paced titles feel responsive, and cinematic games benefit from the depth and color accuracy. What really stands out is how consistent the experience feels across different types of content. Whether it's streaming, gaming, or just casual viewing, the TV maintains a level of polish that doesn't drop off depending on what you're doing. Of course, this level of performance doesn't come in a budget package. OLED technology still sits in a premium tier, and this model reflects that. But what you get in return is a display that prioritizes image quality and overall experience in a way that's hard to ignore once you've seen it in action. For anyone building a home theater setup, upgrading from an older LED TV, or just wanting a more cinematic experience at home, this display sits in that sweet spot between performance and refinement. And if you're planning to pick it up, check the link in the description for more details. That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, stay tuned for more breakdowns, comparisons, and deep dives into the latest tech shaping the way we watch, play, and experience content.